I got first just wanted to give you an update about our thoughts about returning to Sunday meetings in October. Like the wider society, God First represents the whole range of views around how we should respond to COVID-19. There are those who are saying, well, I can go to the pub and I can go to a restaurant, why can't I go to church? Come on, let's open up. And there are those on the other side saying, hey, COVID cases are rising. Is this the time to be planning Sunday meetings? And that's reflected in our recent survey. Thank you for about 80% of you that filled it in. And of those people that filled it in, about 6 out of 10 were happy to attend, and about 3.5 out of 10 were saying that they had concerns about COVID or about the lack of creche facilities and stuff like that. And that's kind of represents this spectrum. And I guess as leaders, if we were trying to just locate ourselves on that spectrum, then it would be a matter of my preferences or the preference of the leaders. But actually where we are is perhaps landed by the government. In other words, the government guidelines currently say that a church can meet in the venue that it normally rents. If that venue is open, the church can meet, and the capacity of those that are allowed in the auditorium is determined by ability to do social distancing and one-way flow. And so those guidelines allow us to determine the capacity of the venue. Now, the Ladies College and the Parabola Arts Centre have allowed us to do that assessment, and we currently can accommodate 70 people socially distanced in the auditorium, and about another 45 kids in the various classrooms. So we do intend to run Kids Work, G1 Youth, Ignite, Elevate and Accelerate. But sadly, because of distancing rules and sharing of toys, we cannot run a creche. And I know that's a challenge for some of you. So what we've done is we've produced a really detailed risk assessment. Joe Moat has run point on that and done a really brilliant risk assessment. We've sent that to Ladies College. They're making a few adjustments, and we're looking at that as God First trustees, and hopefully we can sign off all that and make sure that we've got the safest COVID secure environment that we could possibly have under the guidelines. That risk assessment will be available for you to see, but we'll put more details on the God First newsfeed, so please do check that out. So what we're planning is from the 11th of October. So 11th of October, we're planning to start meetings back at the Parabola Arts Centre. Now, these meetings will be ticketed for adults and kids. What you'll do is you go on our website, you'll click the date, just like you've been doing for the meals. Click the date, that will give you a sign-up form, which is actually into Church Suite. So it will give you a sign-up form with a number of questions. You'll need to have read our COVID secure guidelines so that you understand that that you're going to follow the rules. And then what we do, you click confirm, and then you'll get a response with an email response. And that email will have like when you go to the cinema, it'll have a QR code on it. So you need to either print that out or better still, bring it on your phone. And then what you do is you show that QR code, we'll scan that QR code, and that will sign you in. We will allocate seats to you when you arrive. So the seats are socially distanced, so they're in twos, threes or ones, and you'll be allocated a seat. And there'll be a one-way system, so you'll be able to sit there. We really want to encourage you to arrive about 15 minutes before. So we're going to start at 10:30, and we want you to arrive at least 15 minutes before. The small car park outside the Parabola will no longer be used for cars because we will need to socially distance queue in there. There'll be somebody to help you there. Once you get in, they'll scan your QR code, and someone will take your details and take you to your seat. If you want to go to the toilet, you'll need to go before. In emergencies, we will be allowing that, but you go before. You'll be seated in your seat, and you'll come in one way and you'll go out at the end of the meeting the other way. There'll be no tea and coffee. There'll be no chance to mingle and chat. You'll be able to see people and experience the meeting with people, but you'll need to stay socially distanced in your households and in your bubbles. Now, what we're planning is a meeting that's got some Bible reading, but also that because we can't sing, People are going to have to wear masks. I forgot to say that. Because we can't sing, even behind your mask, then we'll have the band. The band will all be able to sing. They'll be back on the stage. They'll be able to sing. And they will lead us perhaps in a start-up of a song. And then we're going to leave lots of space where the band play, where you can come to a microphone that's socially distanced and you won't be able to touch it, but come to a microphone and maybe read a scripture or bring a prophetic word, or we can lead you in prayer. And we'll have about 10, 15, maybe 20, depends how that goes. We'll have time to just have space to encounter and to be together, sensing God's presence. And so that won't be a chance to sing, but it will be a chance to be in the room together. And then we'll have a sermon. That sermon will also be recorded beforehand and put out on the YouTube channel on the Sunday, so that people who can't come to the meetings, and I know some of you can't come for various reasons, and that's fine, that you'll be able to watch that. We'll also put some other content out online for you to watch as well. So it'll be the same sermon, but actually in the Parabola, it'll be delivered live. And then after that, there'll be time to respond. We're thinking hard about how we can do response. Clearly, we can't invite you to come to the front and lay hands on you, but we're thinking about how we can do that, how the worship leaders and how the leaders of the church can lead in response. And then we're going to pray and commission you. So I think it's going to be really great. We're going to learn some new things about space in worship, chance for contributions, how to respond to God in a different kind of way. And I think there's a good things we're going to learn. So what I want to do is encourage you to go on the visit the website, click on the events page, and then click on the Sunday. The first one is the 11th. Click on the Sunday and sign up. Like I said, we've got about, depends on numbers, we've got about 70 spots. So there should be enough for everybody who said they wanted to come. So I really, really want to encourage you to do that. We'll give everybody a lot more details depending on what you're doing closer to the time. But let's take this opportunity. Hey, if we don't take this opportunity now, who knows? The rules may change in November and December, and we may not be able to meet again till March. So we're going to seize the day and really enjoy each moment. So don't think, I'll wait a couple of Sundays and then I'll come, because we want to seize the day. Let's have a really great first go at it. So it's going to be super good. So really encourage you to get yourself down there, sign on up.